Jade, can you explain how a guy who's in a concussion protocol for 3 days sets an SEC single game total offense record?
God, that's pretty much it. I can't even explain that honestly. Just how he created me. Being able to just be tough. And get through stuff quickly. It was my first concussion, so just doing everything that they said I needed to do, progress daily. So it just worked out.
Jayden in the back, just take us through what you see out there. Obviously, Coach talked about your patience and your willingness to wait, but then when you do see it opening up, what are you thinking when you have those moments?
When I do see it open up, scoring, you know, trying to be more smart when I run, but there's times where I'm able to squeak through somebody. We call it split two. Be able to split two. Get a couple more yards or potentially score. So, that's kind of what I think when I'm sitting back there. I try to be more patient back there. Let things open up, let guys open up down the field. But if I see a run lane, I'm going to take it. Just be decisive about it.
Right here. Coach talked about, your week of preparation, the mental reps you took and everything. Can you kind of walk us through what this week was like for you and maybe the transition from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and kind of knowing what could happen this weekend?
It was rough. Monday, we usually have things, be able to watch the film from the last game, scouting report on the next team, and I wasn't able to be a part of that. Obviously, things was bothering me and stuff like that. So Tuesday came and, kind of just try to stay in the same routine. They're limiting me as much as possible, but I still try to figure out ways, still to keep my same routine, watch film, just stay consistent. And then Tuesday helped out a lot, be able to see Garrett and Ricky go out there and practice, but also being behind, getting mental reps and, watching the practice film. Just being dialed in, as much as possible. And then, Wednesday and Thursday allow me to practice a little bit. So, once you get physical reps, just trying to make the most of it, every rep I got.
Jayden, right here in the back. Do you feel like tonight was your Heisman moment? You've had a lot of great games this season, but was tonight your Heisman moment to the nation and tell them I'm the best player in the country?
I'll say so. As humbly as possible, but I just give thanks to God and my teammates, because without them I wouldn't be in this situation.
Over here, Jayden. Tonight you became the first player in FBS history to finish a game with 350 passing yards, 200 rushing yards. Also joined Johnny Manziel as just the second player in SEC history to finish a game with 200 passing yards, 200 rushing yards. Just what are your initial thoughts on that?
I can't do it on my own. Some things I'm able to do on my own, but O-line gotta block. Running backs gotta do what they gotta do, and receivers gotta make plays. I'm just back there just trying to get them the ball, let them do what they do. O-line they're doing an incredible job. Up front, just dominating the opponent.
You and Garrett were having some fun with the Heisman Trophy. Are you taking the attitude, hey, I'm just going to have some fun with this and whatever happens with it? Or?
Yeah, most definitely. That's what you got to do. You got to control what you can control. And one thing I can control is how I approach each and every week, how I practice and how I play. And then from there, I can make those decisions.
Two more for Jay.
Jayden, your 51-yard run in particular, y'all had Florida just taking the lead for the first time. Can you take us through that play? And did you actually intentionally look off the linebacker before escaping?
I was kind of in between if I was going to dump it down to Josh or, run. So I seen the linebacker, make his move, and then I just countered off of that. Basically, was able to run and then, split two guys and be able to score. So, some things I can't explain what I do. I'll just be in the moment, honestly. But I just know before, and I was just seeing what the linebacker was going to do.
Your 85-yard run, just describe that play. And also, just could you feel the guy behind you? And sometimes guys have to look at the replay boards to see where guys are behind them. Tell me what you did in that play.
The DN crash and, Malik, he threw a great block, that allowed me to get down the sideline. From there, my whole thought process is just don't get caught. So, I started getting tired a little bit at the end, but one thing I just didn't want to get caught because if I did, I was going to hear it for the rest of the week.
As a runner in particular, does he just have a glide, or it looks like sometimes he's not even trying that hard and he just dusts people?
I guess he's just got a long stride. I mean, it's just amazing to see how fast he is.
What were you seeing on that long touchdown catch? It kind of looked like Malik was freeing up, everybody looked to him, and then you were on top. So, yeah, the touchdown catch?
Yeah, I had a coach try to sneak in behind the corner. I was able to get over the top of safety and play to the other top. And Jayden found me a good ball.
Well, Brian, how much pride do you take in just blocking downfield as a receiver group to help free up Jayden in some of those long touchdown runs he had tonight?
It was a big emphasis with us practicing to have a good catch transition after says the run play or anybody else getting the ball. So it was a big emphasis that Coach Hankton made having good catch transitions.
What about your improvement this year?
I feel like we got to keep getting better, really, with more opportunities. Just keep getting better.
You watched the 2019 team, obviously. And just the three of you, do you ever think about how you compare to?
I really try not to. Try to just stay focused on the season and just keep doing the best that we can do.
Did you think Jayden had his Heisman moment tonight?
Yeah, I was. I just went back and watched it.
How many times have you seen a quarterback you play with be able to run like that?
Not too often. Not too many that can do that.
Coach Kelly says typically, especially an 85-yarder, somebody typically catches the guy at the end.
That's all. It's just amazing. He's one of the fastest people on the team. So, just for him to be able to go out there and do it.
How did he sort of prepare throughout the week when he couldn't really practice in full until Thursday?
Jayden?
Yeah.
Just him being able to be out there at practice, just him taking mental reps and just staying locked in so he can be prepared for when he gets his turn to go back in the game. It just keeps us locked in. We were able to get some help with him later in the week. Keep him back up to speed.
When it comes to mental preparation, what kind of makes him unique or different compared to your average quarterback?
Jayden does a lot. Jayden's up there. He's in the facility at 5:30 in the morning watching film. It just speaks to how he's doing. It's amazing to see all the things he's doing, but it's the hard work he's doing is paying off.
How often are you studying film together with him?
Jayden goes every day, so we try to be in there as close as possible.
You're always going to have a season that could possibly be a national championship season. Jayden and Joe both have great leadership abilities, and they have a lot of similarities in that way.
The two wide receivers, Brian and Malik, how do they compare to Jamar and Justin?
It's like I said, it's scary how the seasons are very similar because Brian and Malik are top of the SEC, just as Justin and Jamar was in the 2019 year. So, those guys work at it every day. They go hard every day just because they know that they're close to that season, that they're being compared to that, and they don't want to,
Coach Kelly started the press conference talking about you. You were the leading rusher a year ago. This year you kind of had to wait here and there. How have you kept yourself mentally sharp?
Well, I'm just all for the team, I'm a captain on the team, so I had to sit down and be selfless, I wanted to show that my teammates that even though I may not have the leading role on the team, that I'm still here and I'm still a part of this, and I want to be there for everybody regardless of my playing time. And I feel like that in itself will show people more of the leader I am.
And then Noah gets inserted, and he immediately scores.
Mm-hmm.
That's another case, right, of just waiting your turn.
Exactly, and just being ready for your opportunities and striking when you have them. Because we work our tails off, both me and Noah.
How's Caleb Jackson sort of learned from you and Noah?
Caleb Jackson, I love Caleb. He's going to be an amazing back, in my opinion. He has all the tools and all the intangibles to be one of the best backs, in my opinion. He has the speed, size, talent. I'm excited to see how he'll progress for sure. But him learning from us is a great thing, in my opinion. I feel like he's learned a lot.
We had the big block at the end on the Brian Thomas touchdown. You seemed to be pretty fired up afterwards. How much does blocking, like how important is blocking to you guys? You saw the receivers also making some big blocks downfield. Just how much emphasis do you guys put on that?
Well, I mean, I feel like blocking as a running back doesn't, or a receiver doesn't really get recognized as much as it should. And I feel like whenever you get a good timing and a good block, and you put so much time and effort in practice, and you finally get a good, perfect block like that, it just, all your emotions are flowing. So it just felt great to have that.
Man, I see it in practice, man. Like, I mean, if you see his film at Arizona State, he's been a difference maker his whole career. But of course here, playing at LSU, man, everything's on a bigger stage. So like, he's been a difference maker. Here he's just continue to get better. He comes to practice every day, ready to work with a great attitude. He makes guys want to get better. He's just a real guy that he's easy to play with. He's not going to make it hard for you to understand certain schemes or make it hard to understand certain plays. He's going to help you be comfortable on the field, and he wants you to make plays as well. So like I said, man, there's no other player more deserving than him.
You're running back. You're in that running back room. You return kicks. What's the message to Caleb Jackson after almost the game?
Man, keep your head up, man. Caleb gonna be special, man. Caleb got a chance to do special things here. I see it in just how he works, how mature he is at his age. He's gonna be special. Like, we all make mistakes, man. A few years ago, when I was at Penn, I fumbled on the first play against Ohio State. That happens. Things happen. But you can't let that dictate, how you go moving forward. Caleb's gonna be a special player, man. It's just things like that. It's learning experiences. He'll learn from it and keep going.
How do you feel about Trey Holly's growth that you've seen this year? We obviously don't see him on the field as much. But
Yeah.
how have you seen that?
Him and Caleb, we're going to be dangerous. I'm telling y'all, they're going to be dangerous together. Trey's going to be a very good addition, man. When he gets his opportunity, he's going to go. Y'all seen that 67-yard touchdown run against Army. It's just more to come from him as well. Like I said, the whole running back room is just deep. Like, we got guys that can do anything. Like, of course, everybody doesn't get the number of opportunities that we all would like, but at the same time, though, when you get in the game, you just got to go. You got to make plays.
On that note, you came in, I don't know if cold is the right word, but third quarter, that was your first action, right?
Yeah.
You immediately contribute, get in the end zone. Just the mentality to be ready for your opportunity?
Yes, sir, man. It's just staying consistent, my work ethic and my approach, man, just really keeping the right attitude. Because if I would have had the wrong attitude going in the game, I could have dropped the ball. Like I said, it's all about your attitude. It's all about having that positive mindset of just being ready to make plays and help your team in the best way that you can.
You think Jayden really charged into the Heisman discussion?
He's the best player in the country right now. There's nobody changing games like Jayden. He's playing the SEC like it's the toughest conference. There's no other player playing like Jayden right now. I think there's no other player more deserving than him to me. So I think he deserves it.
How much easier does he make the game for everyone else just on offense?
It's so much easier, man. He spreads the ball out. He spreads the defense out. You can't play us one way because we got receivers that go over the top. We got backs that can make a house call. Tight ends that can make plays. Our O-line is they control the line of scrimmage. Like, you can't really game plan for us. You just better hope you get lucky. That's really what it comes down to.
One or two more here, guys, and he's got to go.
Well, for John, he's injured.
Yeah, man. That's very unfortunate, man. John has been a guy, man, that's just continued to get better all season. It's all about being grateful in this game. Any given play, you can go down, any of us. But it's very unfortunate what happened, man. Our running back room was all praying for him as well as the team. John's going to shape back. He had a positive attitude in the locker room. That's the kind of guy he is, man. Just, smiling, good spirits, man. So we're definitely going to keep him in our prayers, man, and wish for a speedy recovery for him.